Back at it, of course. We got to add to the star power. The people that come on this show and do their thing all across the globe. We've had those people, and today we got another one. I just want to introduce our special guest. We got Coco Brown in the building. Let me go ahead and hit that hype bell for that. What's up, Miss Lady?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm well, I'm well. So when we have people of your caliber per se, we like to do something called the biggest intro ever. So if that's okay with you, we're gonna go ahead and bless you with that, all right?
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
let's go ahead and kick this thing off. She tours around the country, bringing audiences to tears. She's worked on productions from those of the likes of Tyler Perry and Oprah. She's had film credits on blockbuster releases, TV shows like 911, and won't even give viewers a break at all because she's going to be on somebody's commercial in between episodes too. So you're going to have to watch her and see that talent, man. She lends her flavor to stages all across the country. And of course, we know her as a comedian, actress, mom, but we just gonna call her a magical unicorn creature today. We got Coco Brown live on Reec's TalkCast. What's up, mama?
Hey, how you doing, baby? How you doing?
Good. Newport News is on.
Yes, honey. Bad news 757, honey.
That's what I'm talking about. I got a lot of family in like Virginia and North Carolina, and I always love that flavor that they bring, own type of style. You know, you think about Newport News in the area, you start thinking about Michael Vick and Allen Iverson, all those greats, and you got yourself too. And Virginia is just known for having just talent. Missy, you talking about Timberland, just so many people. How was it for you, you know, with you and, you know, your family's from there, just growing up in Newport News?
I mean, honestly, it was a very normal childhood. You know what I mean? I stayed outside till the street lights came on. I was
Right.
a cowboy boy until I got boobs. You know? So, growing up, it was just very, very, normal childhood. My parents, were married 54 years, so I had mommy and daddy. Daddy worked at the
Awesome.
shipyard, as many of our parents did.
Yeah.
Mom was a school teacher. I was in Girl Scouts. I was a debutante. I was presented to society, the cotillion, honey. I know how to curtsy, all that good stuff.
I love that, man. And shout out to your parents. And I just want to give our extend our condolences to your mom. I know you recently lost your mom, so
Thank
just
you.
as a show, we wanted to extend that respect to you. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I was
Right now, on the radio side, we got Coco Brown in the building. I want everybody to know that that's who we're talking to because they can't see your beautiful face, but those on the streaming side, they could definitely check it out. That's dope. What you were saying, Girl Scouts. So you sound like a very well-rounded childhood. But
yeah.
when did you figure out you were funny as a mug?
I probably laughter and being funny was a defense mechanism for me
Yeah.
because I was that chubby kid, you know.
Right. I
So
feel you. I was always a new kid. So, being as a new kid, I had to, you know what I'm saying? I only had to be fight or funny.
right, right. So to always, make I wasn't a fighter. I've only had two fist fights in my entire lifetime.
Mm.
Well, no, I'll take that three if you want to count my ex-husband. But anyway, but I was just that one that made people laugh. And it kind of like helped me not get picked on because
Mm.
honestly, when I look at pictures of myself, I really wasn't that chubby, but
Mm-hmm.
I somewhere had it in my head that I was, so it made me have like this insecurity about myself.
Yeah.
So being funny was like my defense mechanism, and people used to tell me, "Girl, you funny, you silly, whatever, whatever." So it kind of prevented me from being picked on a lot.
Gotcha.
'Cause I was funny. And then when I got to college, I was just me, honey. You couldn't tell me nothing, honey. I was that baby fatty went off. That baby fatty fell off. And but I was still that funny chick. It was just something that I would do, but I wasn't doing it consciously. It wasn't like I was trying to be funny. It was just
Right.
stuff I would say, people would start laughing. And so after I graduated college, it was a friend of mine that introduced me to a guy who owned a comedy club. And so, I went on stage because I minored in theater, so I wasn't afraid of the stage or an audience. Um, and the rest has been history. And everybody that grew up with me, like, girl, you always been funny. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Right. But that's awesome when it's something that you naturally are already. So it's like God made you to be a certain way and now you making a bag off of it. That's a beautiful thing.
Amen. 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 Going to make a
It's
bag this weekend in Toledo, Ohio. Anybody in Toledo, come see me at the Funny Bone.
ASAP, ASAP. I love it. And how is it travel? Like you are a touring comedian. You everywhere. Every time I go on your page, you somewhere else. You in Ohio. You in Florida. You in this place. You in that place. You in somebody's stage, and then you got everybody, laughing, laughing like till their stomach hurt.
You know, um, I'm honestly doing it more so now because it's healing for me.
Mm.
After losing my mom. So it's very therapeutic because, excuse me, my mom used to always laugh and say, she get it from me, she get it from me. Because if you think you should have met my mama. My mama, when he was the queen of shade, because he dying laughing. And so I guess it's my way of honoring her by staying consistent and staying on those stages. Because everybody said, you gonna take a break? And I said, no, I'm gonna keep hitting these stages because it's my way of honoring her and keeping
Yeah.
her memory alive. Because my mom was a riot. All her friends, like at her funeral, every single friend of hers was like, and child, was she funny? So it's like, I get it honest. So it's just, keeping Shirley's light alive.
I love that. That's a gift
Gotta
that's
be
gonna keep
12.
going.
Gotta be 12.
I love it. I love it. I mean that's one way to keep you motivated when it's from that genuine place, and it's gonna keep you going. And then you've been able to heal and share it with people, share the joy and laughter that you got from your mom. That's amazing. Let me hit the hype bell for that. We're gonna be hitting that hype bell a lot today. I can see that now.
That's
I know you say you kind of got introduced to it as more so going into career path in college, but where did you like catch that funny bug, or what was that moment for you when you were like, this is gonna be a job, this is a career, I could do this.
when I won DC Comedian of the Year. I had
Mm,
only been doing comedy for 2 years.
okay.
I was still working a day job and
Mm,
going to do little open mics and stuff like that.
yeah.
So I signed up. They said you only had to have a hot 15, and that's all I had. And I signed up to compete, and I ended up winning. And then
Wow.
it's funny, my old boss, yes, I used to work for Ringling Brothers, the circus, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was in corporate. And my boss and a whole bunch of my coworkers had come to support me when I competed and when I won. And so that following week, I went to LA just to, feel it out. Plus, I had booked a little gig out there. So I went to see what LA was about. When I
Uh-huh.
got back, my boss, Suzanne McDermott, I'll never forget her name, handed me a severance check, told me I'm fired, and told me to go do what I was meant to do.
Man, let me go hit the hype bell for that. Isn't it wonderful for the people to know they see your calling?
Yep,
They're
Suzanne
like
McDermott.
this.
She
Ringling Brothers, we don't have you on stage. You need to go be on somebody's stage. I
right,
love that. I love
right.
that because they could have easily been like, let me put you in the show somewhere and kind of try to corral your talents for their benefit.
Mm-mm. She had come to see me win DC Comedian of the Year, and she was like, "You're so, you have a gift, sweetie." And when I
Yeah.
got back from LA, she handed me a severance check and gave me a cardboard box and said, "Bye."
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. At least they paid you too on the way.
Right, right, which was great, because I got to
Right.
kind of, pursue the comedy, and by the time, back then that's when you had like the cellular one cell phones that were like this,
Yeah.
and it was like $48 a minute. But
Yeah. You gotta wait
by the
till after
time I
7 to
got, it
talk.
was a 40, right, it was a 45-minute drive from my job to my house. By the time I got home, I had booked the entire month of comedy. So
Wow, man, that's amazing. Let me get that hype bell for that again. That's a beautiful intro into the game right there. So just to stay on that path, what was like we obviously your mom was one of your early comedic influence if she was that, but who were some of the pros that were in the game that you looked at like, wow, maybe I want to do that.
okay, I was that weird kid that well, no, I'm not gonna say weird. No, no, no. Because I'm sure a lot of black kids probably have this story of
Hmm.
how you got sent upstairs while the grown folk was downstairs doing God
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
what.
me too. I was one of those.
And my parents used to have like these card parties. They used to play this game called Pacino,
Uh-huh.
and they would play spades and tonk and all that. So they
Yeah.
so they was all the kids in the back, but
Yeah.
we could hear everything through the vents. They
Yeah.
would be down there playing like Richard Pryor and Dick Gregory and
Hmm.
Wanda Page and Red Fox, and they would be down there playing these albums and down there laughing and cracking up, and we in the event like, ooh, they cousin, ooh, they said this.
Right.
So I would have to say it would be all of those people. You know what I
Oh yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
They used to have this thing called Blowfly, and I've yet to find any like my. I still have the albums, but they were like dirty albums where they told
Mm.
dirty, nasty sex stories,
Yeah.
and they would like literally be playing that, laughing down there, kiki and drinking that yak, and we in the bed like.
What was your What they say?
Right, right, yeah. So yeah, I would have to say back then, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I think a lot of kids had that story where they was listening from the back room or from the other room, and then they kind of took those jokes to school. So do you have that story where you went to school and told one of them jokes and you shouldn't have?
Right,
Because I
exactly,
had.
exactly, exactly. Yep, I did. I got in trouble. Yep,
I
yep.
got you. I got you. But now we see you all across the TV screens too. Now we not gonna breeze past that. Talk to us. So what kicked in that acting bug? Sometimes it goes hand in hand, but not always.
Well, I was acting before I started telling jokes. I did my first play when I was 10 years old. In the fifth grade, I did my first play, and I was
Well,
a lead.
see, that
And
wasn't on the IMDb. Now you taking me back. Talk to me about that.
well, shout out to Miss Marshall, my fifth grade teacher. She saw something in me, and they did a play, and she made me the lead where I played a judge. And it was a
Mm,
play based on the characters of a human being,
mhm,
character, integrity, honesty, things like that. And I played a judge that was judging people who had failed to be these things.
mm.
And so it was, I don't remember it a lot, but I remember my grandma, God rest her soul, made me a black judge's robe. And my
Wow.
mom let me wear her high heel candy sandals. You
You was
couldn't tell
doing it
me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing.
at
Um,
all.
but yeah, so that was when I think I got bit by it.
Hmm.
And then, of course, I did drama in middle school,
Hmm.
drama in high school, minored in theater in college,
Mm.
still not thinking it would be what I was going to end up doing. Like, real talk, I wanted to be Claire Huxtable.
I mean, a lot of,
I
and that's
just,
why representation matters because a lot of young
seriously,
black girls wanted to do. They wanted to be her, a
I
lawyer,
wanted to
or
be,
act like somebody
yes,
positive on the screen.
I wanted to be Claire Huxtable. I
Mm.
studied her. Like, the first time I met her, I like teared up. Because I'm
Mm.
like, you were literally like the last, like that year between 13 and 17.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be you. My whole life, I knew you were not even, I knew it wasn't a real character, but you embodied everything I wanted to be when I
Oh
grew
yeah.
up.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and she's so classy, so elegant, so just, she's just graceful, just everything about her. Felicia Rashad, it's everything. And I love, that I always tell people I'm like a mix of both of them
Mm-hmm.
because Debbie Allen, I love, I've been in the presence of both of them and they're just amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I, didn't expect to be doing this for a living. I thought at this age I'd be an empty nester with a husband and some kids, graduated or in college. I never thought I'd be a single mother telling jokes. No.
But you make it work. You make it work. You make no. You make it more than work. You make it do what it do, baby.
No,
That's amazing. That's an amazing story and such a great influence to have. Because when I remember watching Claire Huxtable, aka Felicia Rashad, I didn't think she walked. I thought she just floated on clouds.
seriously, seriously.
She
I've
had
been in
that
her
aura.
presence a few times and I have to stop myself from curtsying to her. Like I want to bow.
I feel you. And my best friend, one of her influences, she dances as well. She's an attorney, which is crazy, but it's Debbie Allen. So it's just to have those people, those positive influences. And now
Yes,
you've become one. How is that for you to become one? Like you're doing your thing. You've come through some adversity. Like you just said, you're a single mom that tells jokes, but you're also an actress. So you also have so much positive stuff that you put out there on your social media. That's how you use your platform. How is it for you to be one of those people now?
it's amazing. It's amazing. I have so many young girls and young men who follow me and call me for advice, reach out to me. So to be that person that they say I want to be like you,
Mm-hmm.
I want to be like you, Miss Brown. I want to be like you, Coco. I'm like, it's kind of mind blowing, that you now become a role model. But it also keeps me very aware of my platform and who's watching me. And
Wow.
I'm like, thank
Yes.
you for watching me. So I'm constantly, yes, throwing out a lot of positivity. I have this little thing I call Hey Auntie that I do
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok. And the babies come on there and they ask me questions. And they know
Mm-hmm.
they're going to get an honest auntie answer.
Yeah.
I've been there, done that. Let me tell you how it usually turns out, sugar. But
Right. And we need that.
yeah, because a lot of these babies out here, they act like they know everything, but they know they don't. And when
Yeah.
they feel they have someone that's comfortable, they can come to like me that is not going to judge them, is
Mm-hmm.
not going to tell them, you stupid. I'm just going
Mm-hmm.
to give you a little game so you don't let it happen again.
Yeah.
It's a bonus. That these kids are getting talked to down enough. Let's have a conversation and like let's uplift them and give them some wisdom and some game.
I love that. And hey, Auntie, we love that because a lot of times, as younger people, we get Man, younger folks get a lot of bad advice from other younger folks. So sometimes we need some knowledge. You know, the
Never
worst
get
advice you're gonna
advice
get from them folks.
laterally. If I can give you any advice, never get advice laterally. If
Hmm.
this person and you are the same age, the same, no, always go high. Find somebody with
Exactly.
some wisdom, baby, some experience, and ask a question.
Absolutely. We appreciate that right there. We know you know you about to hit this plane, you about to get on this road. We're not gonna hold you, but I do want to ask one more question and we're gonna play fast four, okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. So the first this last question is what is going on next? I know you on stage next. We know you shooting 911, but what are
Yeah.
some things people need to be looking out for?
Actually, I'm going to LA after I finish Toledo, the Funny Bone. I'll be in LA shooting a new movie called Sisters. That's directed and written by Jamar Hill. It
Hmm.
stars Little Mama, Columbus Short. Um,
Nice.
I know her name is Aubrey something. I don't know why I didn't never get this. She's a real pretty girl. She was in Friday After Next. Everybody
Okay.
knows
Yeah.
her. But yeah, I'm out there shooting that. I'm playing the matriarch of these daughters who decide to go to bat for their mother, who's played by me, who's dying, and they're trying to help her. They can catch me out. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't you dare. No, Panther. Hush. Panther, no. I'm sorry.
No,
I
you
was
good. Hey, that's part of the life.
yeah. Panther, hush. Hush. If you're gonna make all that noise, come say hi. Come say hi. Come here. Come say
He
hi.
better be black too with his name Panther. If this dog
Say
isn't
hi.
black, then we're gonna have an issue. There
Say
we
hi.
go. Okay.
Black Panther, say hi.
There we
Say
go.
hi.
I love it.
You guys can check me out on the new season of 911 on Fox. I'm on that as well. And I have a new movie coming out that I'm in with Chloe from Chloe and Haley and Drew Ski and Country Wayne and Mac Wiles
Nice.
called Praise This. It's a Will Packer production.
Nice.
That's coming out on Peacock TV. Let me see what else. Oh, a new show on Apple TV called Big Door Prize. I'll be in that.
Mm.
Not sure when that's dropping, but I know it's soon.
Yeah.
My 1 hour special, Famous Enough, is on Amazon Prime and Apple TV right now.
Talk to
Yeah.
him.
And
I
I
love it.
just did a new movie called 7 Year Bitch, which is a prelude. No, no, excuse me, is a sequel to
Mhm.
Noah's Ark, the TV show that was real popular
Cool. I love it. I love it. And make sure that you follow her Coco Brown Funny Mama across social media. Visit her website too. You see those tour dates and stuff like that. Now let's just jump into it. We're gonna play fast forward. You answer these questions however you want to. It could be one word or sentence, or you can give a dissertation. I know you on a time restraint. You probably won't do that. So we're gonna go ahead and do this one first. What is your favorite place to perform city wise?
That's tough, but I would have to say hands down Baltimore.
Okay, hit the high bell. And that's close to home. That ain't too far from VA. All right. One thing Newport News taught you that helps you now in the entertainment world.
To be fluid, that you need to be able to work in any room and be able to go into any room and fit in.
I like
It
it. Be able
taught
to be a
me how to
chameleon.
Yep, taught me
Mm,
how to be fluid.
yep, be a chameleon, but also be yourself at the same time.
Absolutely not. I ain't saying be
Mhm.
fake on.
Right, I feel you. I feel you. Right. I just saw something like that the other day when Dion was sitting down. Dion Sanders was sitting down, Coach Prime, with
Oh,
a
I saw
reporter.
that. He said you
You
was not
saw that,
talking to
right?
me.
Yeah, he was like, "You weren't talking to me like that. Just be yourself, okay? Be yourself.
I thought I
You
would
would have known."
holler. Yes. Thought I would
I
holler.
love it. I love it. All right. We know comedians come out to some fire intro music, but if you can get any artist of all time to do your intro music, what artist would it be?
The Commodores.
Come on now. That energy gonna be crazy. And it might be a family reunion theme song afterwards.
Commodores. First
I
concert I ever went to, my father had me on his shoulders was the Commodores.
okay then.
Commodores, hands down.
I ain't mad at that. Did you know the words to the song
Oh
at
yeah, I
5 years
was
old?
singing. My little 7-year-old self was singing "Brick House" from my chest.
There you go. At that moment, we knew. That's an origin story right there.
Daddy knew what he was doing.
He did. All right. Last question on this fast forward. If you could pick 5 comedians to go on tour with you and y'all are shooting a reality show, what comedians would it be?
Oh my God. Let's see. Talent,
Mm,
Rob Stapleton,
okay.
Cookie Hall,
Mm,
Shawnee D. Oh my God. And a fifth one. let's see, take it old. I would say take it old school. God, uh, God, Don DC Curry.
All right, there we go. Listen, we gonna have to call Live Nation. That sounds like a tour we need to put together. I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, thank you for your time. We sure appreciate you. Thank you,
Thank you,
man.
man.
We
Thanks for
and,
having
and,
me.
and coming on and talking to our audience, man. Before we get up out of here, let me go ahead and give you guys our Reese's peace of mind. Pray for your family's well-being, but also lock your doors at night.
Okay.
So I just
Amen.
want y'all to sit with that. You know,
Yes.
we can't just
Pray,
leave it
but
on
don't
God.
be
We got
stupid.
to leave it on action.
Yes. Pray, but don't be stupid. Yeah.
And if you don't lock your doors, at least get you a black dog named Panther. They ain't coming in.
Yes. It is like that.
There you go. Thank you again. We appreciate you on the
Brandon,
radio.
thank you so much. Thank you,
No
brother.
doubt.
Bye.
Bye. On the radio side, we about to get back into it. So make sure that you guys are tuned in and get ready to rock out with my homie DJ Decepticon and DJ OS. And on the course, on the streaming side, you get ready tomorrow. We got another special guest for you right here locked in the Reece TalkCast Live. We love y'all.